betrayed you and they want your forgiveness. Right, what I'm also hearing is they betrayed you or got involved with someone, maybe not full love relationship, but it crossed your boundary, okay? Whatever boundaries you have, you are entitled to them. And they regret this, all right? There's a lot of regret, a lot of remorse, and they would like your forgiveness. So I'm going to have a quick look at what's going on today, what's going on around them, what's really going on deep down with my tarot cards. I'm just going to see what comes out, okay? I do feel that they will probably get in touch, even if it's been a long time. But I'm just wondering, is it too late? What did they do? You know, the betrayal. There was somebody you knew, all right? Maybe, you know, that can even be, all right? It doesn't always have to be a love or an, you know, third party love. It can even be simple, like a friend that just leads them astray, you know, keeps them out till 6 o'clock in the morning and all the rest of the stuff that goes on with that. And you said enough's enough, but there was something that you said, I'm done with this. This upsets me. This hurts me. They didn't listen. They did exactly what they knew reduced you to tears or caused you pain, and then you felt very, very betrayed by them. So let me have a look at what is going on. The initial cards, I've got wolf in sheep's clothing. I did feel that this was somebody else that you knew who was supposed to be a friend, a confidant. It could have been someone who was a confidant who turned out to be an absolute nightmare, all right? Could have been one of their friends who just egged them on and led them astray, and, you know, that's no good either. But they do want you back, you see. This came out. And I feel they're getting the karma now. There's some karma around them. So I'm going to go into their energy first. I'm going to clarify that one. But I just looked at that picture and I feel it's coming to an end wherever they are. There's nothing left. There's nowhere left to go for them, okay? Nowhere left to run, I just heard. So let's have a look. Let's give these a shuffle. I hope you're well, okay? I hope you're doing okay. Thanks for watching. Please leave comments. I do read all my comments, and thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. Links in the description box to the website. Everything's on the website. Go check it out, and also check out the limited $1 reading that I'm doing at the moment as well. All right then, so they want you back. They're stuck in a boatload of karma, and there was someone around you who was horrible, really, conniving, manipulative, two-faced. Yeah, you know, snake in the grass energy. All right, what's in the ex's energy at the moment, please? Let's get a real picture of that. What is going on? Oh, this card keeps coming out a lot, you know. Overwhelm, shutdown, apathy. That card is stalking my readings. I think there's a lot of exes who, I don't know, Mercury retrograde. I'm sure it's Mercury retrograde. I'm not an astrologer. But there's been some very strange things with the planets. When I was reading it, I thought, oh gosh, that hasn't happened for a number of years. I just think there's a lot of stuff shifting. So your ex is absolutely, they've got no motivation. That's what I said with that card. I feel wherever they are, it's done. Maybe it's almost like I just heard looking at it, like someone's picked the bones off them. That's probably, I don't know if you know what that means if you're in the US. It just means they've got nothing left to give. They've got nothing left to give, and somebody else, not you, somebody else in their orbit has literally, you know, when a vulture just strips whatever. I just heard that. Overstimulated, they're panicking. I think they're spending a lot of time alone. Okay, I'm hearing to tell you, if you're seeing pictures of them, or you have done, or you're assuming they're in some relationship situation, whatever, and they're happy, and that is the image they're portraying, it's bullshit. It's my new favourite word, that. I found a lot of the energy for the last few readings have been quite strange. They are actually spending a lot of time alone. They don't want to be with people. There you go, those two cards together. They're overstimulated, they've had enough, they've shut down, they're apathetic. But betrayed you. They did betray you, you know, that's not good. That's caused a lot of damage, you know, the trust levels. Oh. Right, also thrown into the mix. I think with you, it's the blaming the moon again. So basically it means that they used to project all their crap onto you. All right, so it didn't matter what you did, what you said, who you were, blah, blah, blah. They just literally were projecting, and they always had an excuse for something. And also, I feel this person, every time you needed help, they made it about them. So if you were sick, they were sicker. Okay? If you were struggling, they were struggling more. Yeah. Doing deep energy today. They do overshare a lot, you know. I think their personality is one of somebody who can be quite extrovert, life and soul of the party. Maybe they did have a friend who led them astray. Life and soul of the party, goes out, creates havoc, and then the next morning switches their phone on and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I've got that kind of energy. And then other times they're really quite level, and as if they were giving you all their attention. I just think for you, this energy got really difficult. It was almost like you'd fix one part of it, like you might fix them going out or whatever they were doing, betraying you. But then there was this other bit of them where they just projected everything onto you, and, you know, everything became a competition. That's what I'm hearing. It all just became a competition, and you were willing to walk the long road. I mean, some of you, I'm hearing, could have even kept notes about it because you thought you were going, you know, a bit kooky with it all. But you were willing to walk the road with this person, and you were very open. You bared your soul, okay? And almost sometimes this road I'm seeing, there was dangling, and it didn't happen, and they betrayed you. They totally and utterly betrayed you. Right. Okay, tarot for their energy, and then let's see what's going to happen, eh? Actually, why are they a mad person's energy today? That's what I want to know first. Why have they come into this into my energy to pass this message on? Why? They want to apologise. They're folding on their beliefs, they're giving up, and they're admitting defeat. Yeah, the situation they're in now, whatever they're doing, they've given up arguing with somebody, they've given up bothering like this. It's karmic. The situation they're in now is that they've had the karma reversed. So they've met their match. Sometimes it's just best to keep it simple. They have met their match in some shape or form, okay? And they are in my energy. I'm channeling this because they have given up, or they will do very shortly, which is no surprise when we have all those cards of exhaustion and apathy. Yeah, they're in the Ten of Swords energy. Right, I'll tell you what they're going to do, then I'll see if they're coming back to you. I'm not sure yet, but what they're going to do is they're going to give up arguing, fighting for where they are. They're done. I don't think they care anymore what they lose, what they don't have, what they've got, who they've got, all right? Because then they're going into the Ten of Swords, but it's in the reverse. So they're going to pull themselves together, learn from their past mistakes, and escape the situation they're in. Okay, that's why you're getting this message, and it is definitely a message for someone who was betrayed. A big boundary was crossed. Either they had a relationship with a friend, or you know, they've got some friend that just, oh gosh, you know, the one that they go out on a Friday, just an example, and no one sees them till Sunday. There was a major boundary crossed here. All right, or someone, you know, encouraged someone to spend money. Maybe they were spending money they hadn't got. But going out with other people, impressing other people, I just heard, spending money and impressing other people and leaving you to try and balance the books. So they're getting out of where they are. Okay, I have one more on that. Yeah, they've been wanting to exit for a long time. They're waiting for the right time, okay? And with regard to you getting your forgiveness, they are waiting for the right time. Knight of Pentacles is out, okay? So that is a card that doesn't, it's very slow energy. They know there's a lot of baggage from the past, a lot of things, and they know there's no messing with you this time. There's no in, out, up, down, around we go like some mad thing on a fairground ride. No, they've got to come in stable, secure and loyal. You don't want this drama anymore. You're done, okay? You're absolutely done. So they know they've got to do that. I still feel they're in the situation they're in at the moment. That will end, as we've discussed, but I do feel they're still in it. Why have they stayed in it so long? What are they doing? They felt hopeless. They felt hopeless, okay? They felt quite hopeless. And to be honest, I think they know they'd betrayed you, and they weren't sure if you would heal, meaning that would you forgive them? Was that wound too deep? That betrayal, dishonesty. I'm hearing the word theft as well, of some nature, whether it's your time, your emotions, your money, your property. There was some theft. There was a very deep betrayal, okay? So that's why they've waited. There's been quite a bit of distance, physical distance as well, between you. Yeah, your boundaries are strengthened. You're very empathetic, you know. I see your energy, Queen of Cups. Sometimes the Queen of Cups is beautiful energy. But sometimes as empaths, I include myself here, at times you just want to heal everybody. You just give everybody the benefit of the doubt because you can feel their pain. You know, it's hard being an empath. You have to really, really have boundaries because it's hard. It can cause a lot of pain, okay? But I feel you have healed. You have, and you were willing to walk that road, that long road with them. And that betrayal, it was a straw. You were done, all right? You were absolutely done. But they've been waiting. They've been waiting because they know that they will only have one shot at this, if they've got one at all, okay? If they've got one at all. Let me see, let's ride a weight out. What's going to happen? What's this person going to do? You see, the Knight of Pentacles tells me, and with the other cards, that they will try and make contact. But the Knight of Pentacles is quite a slow card, and for me it's a autumn, wintry card. What they're going to do, right? Heartbreak, 3 people. Yeah, there was 3 people in this. So that is part of... Are they going to come back in? Yeah, they are. 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, but we've got the Magician as well. That's the final card out. It's up to you. It'll be your call here. There was disappointment and betrayal with the 3 of Swords, okay? And the 10 of Wands tells me that there is a possibility that you would just end up struggling again in this relationship. And that it's like, you know, walking up a hill with 15 suitcases on your back. I feel they'll make communication with you, okay? But these 2 cards, 3 of Swords and 10 of Wands, sort of tell me, you know, it could be difficult energy again for you. Maybe they'd like to change. Maybe they'd like to be the better person. I'm not saying they don't love you, but that's tough energy to be in, okay? That's tough energy to be in, and you've already had to sort of heal that wound. You know, you don't deserve everything dumped on you. I always think that with the 10 of Wands. You know, you were, I knew it, the long road, the long walk home, okay, is the 10 of Wands for me. And sometimes, yeah, great, you just have to keep going and you will get there. But in a love relationship that's gone wrong and it appears again, it's just like, do you remember when everything was on your shoulders? Do you remember when you had no help? Do you remember when you were put last? Okay, so I feel with the Magician they will make contact though. That's usually a card of communication. It's Mercury, I think, in Gemini, is it? Anyway, I'll leave that with you. Take good care. Just remember though, you're amazing. All right. It's difficult though, I know, when you've been through stuff, it is difficult, but just remember you are amazing. You don't need anybody else's validation. The hardest part is validating yourself, because we're not taught to do that. We're taught to be selfless, okay? And you are empathetic, so you're even more selfless. Bring it back to you. I'm enough. I'm the best. This is how it's going to be. Thank you. That's the attitude you take, okay? And the people who deserve you will hang around. The people that can't manipulate you will be gone. All right, I'll speak to you soon. I love you. Bye.